back, everybody, to another MotoGP 21 video. We are at Jerez. If you like these videos and you like this series, please hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss a MotoGP video as it drops onto the channel. So we've got free practice 1 and 3, qualifying 1 and 2 is going to be a wet track. Free practice 2 is dry and the race is dry. So yes, let's head to the Spanish Grand Prix at the Red Bull, the Angel Nito circuit in Jerez.
The opening of the traditional.
It's cut Gav Shaw, just because I'm quite eager to get out to this track. Normally a really good track for me. I like this circuit a lot. So we're going to load our dry setup that we used from Qatar. Not as much as Portimao, as that wasn't really our base setup. So yes, I think we should go with that. What else can we change? Look at slowing down the transmission just because it's wet. We don't want that rear wheel. The rear wheel sliding about too much, as it does quite a bit in these on these Moto2 bikes. Sorry, nearly said MotoGP bikes then. We'll go for anti-wheelie 1, maybe engine braking 5, just to help us brake into those corners. Let's save that. Just make sure that's saved. Yes, it should have done. Let's overwrite that one. Sorted. So development tests. Obviously, you haven't looked at these. Setup improvement, tools of the trade, clean lap with a long lap and a normal clean lap. Time attack and lap by lap. We're going to go with setup and a clean lap. Let's get out on track.
His bike is ready
and see how we can get on.
Out on track. Let's see if he's looking to set a lap time or whether he's just testing out a change of setup.
Hi everybody. A bit annoying this one. The file that we had for Jerez weekend has corrupted. So we've lost all of the free practice session results. We've lost qualifying footage, and I've lost the race footage. So, just give you a quick summarise of how that went on. I've changed the setup, so you'll get the video of me playing the game. You'll get the voiceover still. Yeah, going to try and change it up, so hope that it doesn't happen again. As a quick sort of how did we get on? Free practice 3 was wet. 2 was dry, 1 was wet, and then we had qualifying, which was the wet track but drying, and then the race was dry. So qualifying 1, I think we were about 4th. Qualifying 2, we were 3rd, I think, and then qualifying 3. Free practice sessions. Free practice 3 was 2nd, I believe, behind Jake Dixon, so it was good for the team. Qualifying. Only managed to get 1 lap in. That one lap meant that we started on pole, so it was a good result for us to get pole position. Probably helped that we were on the drying track and we were the only one that went out at the end of the session, so that done us a couple of favours. So the race, we started off on pole. We were battling Raul Fernandez for the first couple of laps. He went down into Dani Pedrosa corner. Gifted us the lead a little bit. We started to do a couple of dodgy laps, a couple of mistakes as we were in the lead, slowing down a little bit too much, trying to conserve the tyres, and Sam Lowe started to catch up to us. So yeah, I've got the obviously on the map you can go to the your last results. So this is the last result, so we can see Sam Lowe's was 2nd, so we had an all-British podium, which was quite cool. We had the best lap of a 143.9, Sam Lowe's was 144.0. We were doing about a 145 to the point where he was catching us up. We were, it was dry, but we were just going a little bit too slow, really, a little bit too tentative into the corners. Boben Schneider was up to 3rd at one point, but obviously Jake Dixon got the best of that and managed to get by him. So yes, unfortunately, it's our first race of the season. It was a legitimate race. It's there. I didn't change any of the settings. These are the settings we're using at the moment while we get used to the while I get used to the Moto 2, and then I will look at moving it up to 120 where we had it before. Yeah, it's just a bit of a shame that we managed to we lost that footage. So yeah, a little bit bummed out about that. We didn't get any upgrades in our engines. There's still 2 weeks for the engine, 2 weeks for the frame, 11 weeks for the electronics, but it's only because we've got 2 people on it. We'll take the people off as we get closer. I did go to take people off of the engine actually, and the weeks went up, so we'll leave it as it is. We didn't get any more job offers at the moment. We're obviously looking to move to Moto 2 next year. Petronas Yamaha would be pretty cool. We're obviously working with the Petronas team at the moment, but I am favouring at the moment the idea of going to the KTM teams. I don't think I've ever done the KTM in MotoGP, so that'd be quite cool. Anyway, so we've got France is the next Grand Prix, round 5, week 17 at Le Mans. So we get our frame and our engine at Mugello, which is quite good. And then we've obviously got Catalunya. Yeah, so we won't go into too much because that changed. So we've got a wet free practice 1. Free practice 2 is raining, so that's not good. Free practice 3 is wet. Q1 raining, Q2 raining, a dry warm-up and a dry race. So that could be interesting. It might be that we turn warm-up on this time. Give us a bit of time in the dry at Le Mans on board the Moto 2, just so that we're not over braking for each corner and that sort of thing. I won't do the I probably won't record warm-up because that'd be a bit boring. I'll show the results, of course. So yeah, let's go for this. France Grand Prix, or French Grand Prix at Le Mans. Shark Grand Prix de France.
Hello everyone and welcome to Le Mans. We are joining you live from this legendary track to open the French MotoGP weekend. Let's not waste any more time. The first free practice has already begun and we're about to see the first riders out on track. Since the rain stopped a few hours ago, the weather has finally cleared up, but the track is still pretty wet, so I'm guessing that at least for the first part of the session, the riders will choose rain tyres.
Yes, we will, Gav. We will choose the rain tyre. So we've got development test, we've got tyre test, clean long lap, top speed, gain access to Q2, race pace. So let's go for race pace and top speed. Track engineer, go load setup. We'll load our wet setup from Jerez, as we know that worked. We just need to change the ECU every time to anti-wheeling 3 just to try and help us get that traction on the rear wheel. Let's just quickly save that setup. That should be saved at the bottom. It is. So let's get on track, see how we get on round Le Mans.
We'll soon find out whether he's looking for a quick lap time or whether he's trying out something for the race.
Here we go.
Session coming to a close.
So that's free practice 3.
Riders managed to get the best times in this one.
We are really struggling to put a good sort of string of a few laps together. The one-off quick lap we can do, but the string of laps is a bit difficult, so I don't know how we're going to get on with race pace during the race, but we got qualifying in the rain, which isn't going to be fun. We are quickest overall in free practice with a 1:44 dead. The quickest rival to that's Remy Gardner with a 1:44.7. However, in the rain, we're only looking at about a 1:44.9. So, yeah. Let's see where we can get to with qualifying, I think.
Here we are back at the track.
This could be
qualifying session.
This could be rather difficult.
18 riders in it.
We can get that one lap together, we should be alright, but so we got us and Jake Dixon. Unfortunately, Chabavier hasn't made it through to Q2. We've got the KTMs in as well. So we shall make sure we have our setup loaded. we will go for medium front, medium rear. We've got 2 sets of tyres. Okay, let's get out on track, see what sort of lap times we can put across, put together.
See if he can improve this time.
Right, Fabi Di Antonio is pole position at the moment with a 1:45.2. Now we know everyone can do better than that. We just need to get a clean lap. Oh, nearly lost back end there. No grip whatsoever on that rear wheel. Through turn 1. Around the little kink that's turn 2, little bit of braking. Up into turn 3. Easy on the acceleration out of those 2 corners. That felt slow through there. Gonna go wide, gonna lose time through there as well. No grip, it's gonna lose us a lot of time, it has done. Into the little hairpin. Got good power out of that corner though, hopefully that'll gain us some time. Onto the brakes. Wow, still down by 0.2. That's a surprise. Oh, that's going to be wet. Easy does it round here. Alright, across the line, what are we going to get? 1:45.7. That's not a very good lap from us at all. Okay, so unfortunately, we weren't able to get a better lap than a 1:45.7. It looks like the whole field was struggling during that session. Everyone's been doing the 1:44s. Bit of a shame, a bit different. We're down in 8th. Don't know what our worst qualifying is in Moto2, but that feels like my worst qualifying. I just don't like this bike in the wet.
That brings an end to the warm-up sessions, and these crucial last laps before the race have given us a really good idea of which riders are most in tune with their bikes this weekend.
Dave, just do a quick summary of warm-up before we start the race. Obviously it was our first session in the dry, which is why we wanted to have some dry time. Yeah, felt really comfortable in the dry actually. So let's see how we get on at the race, shall we? Hopefully we can get a good start off the line.
Hello, all you race fans, we're joining you from the Le Mans circuit for live coverage of the Moto2 race at the Grand Prix of France. The sky above the track has been cloudy for a few hours now. Having consulted the official forecast, race direction have decided to declare a dry race.
Yeah, it's cloudy but dry.
Class grid, where riders and engineers
So,
are talking over those last few details.
We're going to go medium front. They reckon medium rear, but you just cook the rear wheel, so we're not. We're going to go power mapping 3, anti-wheelie 3. No, we don't want to do that. We are going to turn off the telemetry aids and see how we get on. Yeah, so there we are. We're down in 8th at the moment, but hopefully we can get a good couple of starts off the line. Let's go for that. So we've got Fabio pole position, Remy Gardner 3rd, Sam Lowe 6th. We're 8th, Jake Dixon's behind us on the grid in 11th. Tony Abellino 13th, Joe Roberts filling out 18th. Xavier, our other teammate, down in 20th. He's not having a very good weekend at all. Albert Arenas and Sominic Chantra. He's not normally at the end, but he's at the back this time.
The French Grand Prix. The riders are spread out on the grid, the light will soon go out, and the Le Mans race will get underway.
Right, here we are, clutching, revs up. We're all set to start the French Grand Prix. As we let go of the clutch, see if we can take as many people before we get into turn 3 as we can. So we power out the corner. Oh, a lot of them sat up there. Onto the brakes, onto the brakes, onto the brakes, easy. So we're up to seconds. Don't know why, but they all seem to release off the brake into turn 3, which was a little bit, or turn 2, sorry, which was a little bit strange. Oh, easy on that rear tyre. Switch to power mapping 2. Onto the brakes. We're chasing Fabio Di Giannantonio at the moment. We've got the power down here. Onto the brakes again, get off the curb. We'll be in his slipstream. We've got Lorenzo Baldassari behind us at the moment. We go past Fabio on the straight, we can. Is he going to go back up the inside of us on the brakes? Oh, we get a little bit screamy. I thought he was going to try and go around the outside of us on the flip-flop there. Onto the brakes, a little bit early there, I think. Oh, I thought he was going to nudge us off. Okay, so we crossed the line in first place at the moment. I wouldn't have said that was our quickest lap though. Oh, sorry, I wouldn't have said we had the quickest lap. We most definitely had the best start. Oh, he's that Marco Bezzecchi up the inside. We'll try and get the power down. Why did he sit up? Into the hairpin. Oh, easy. Power mapping 3, try and gain some more speed up this straight here. I think Marco Bezzecchi was holding us back there where he's touching our rear tyre. Use power mapping 3 a bit, try and give us a bit of breathing space to second place. Use this to see if we can check out a little bit. We start lap 3. Aaron Canet with the 1:39's quickest lap of the race at the moment. We're going to have to go to power mapping 2 in a minute though. We'll use that opportunity to go to power mapping 2. That was rubbish. Don't want the power, don't want the rear wheels sliding there. Augusto Fernandez is behind us at the moment. A much better line through there. And onto the brakes. He's Easy on that rear wheel through that flip-flop. Power mapping 3 down the main straight. A 1:39.8, our quickest lap of the race. Once Sam Lowe's with a 1:39.5 takes the quickest lap. Back down to 2. Power mapping 2 that was, even though we were at turn 2. Easy on that rear wheel. Down into the Chapelle. That's lost us a lot of time through there, going wide. And we go wide again. Power mapping 3 down here. Onto the brakes for the little chicane. Took the bike up early, we get a much better run out than Marco Bezzecchi. He was behind us there. Back down the power mapping 2. Oh dear, might have outbraked herself here. Oh, that rear wheel sliding helped us out actually. Onto the brakes again. Turn 11, a little bit wide, but that's okay. Just pick up the late apex. Flick it left for turn 12. Oh, Marco Bezzecchi. Power mapping 3 again for the main straight. Another quickest lap of the race for us. Or our quickest lap of the race. As everyone behind us is doing the same, we're going to go wide into there though. Brake late for turn 3. Our rear wheel's definitely showing some signs of degradation now. Marco Bezzecchi gets past us into the Chapelle like he did last time. We're not going to be able to get him on the cutback. Can we get him onto the run into the chicane? We'll do if we can get off his rear tyre. He's going to clear off, I think. Oh, what is that? He's definitely going to clear off now. That was awful. This is a win for us, going begging if you ask me. That was a rubbish lap from us, a 1:40.2. Final lap, can we close down some time on Marco Bezzecchi? That's just silly. We'll keep it power mapping 3 for a minute. We'll turn it off for the last part of the lap. Accelerated too early in there. We'll have to turn it off before. Can't get the power out of the corner, we've got no grip on that rear tyre now. I have to say though, Marco Bezzecchi for the second to last lap of the race did do a 1:38.9 and we're going to go wide. That's ruined it for our race. We're going to have to take second. we're going to take second, just with Remy Gardner breathing down our neck. That was hard work, that one. I just don't like the Moto2 bikes. You just have no grip on that rear wheel whatsoever. Marco Bezzecchi cleared off in those last 2 laps there. We did help him out by making the couple of mistakes that we did. Otherwise, I think that could have been our win. We definitely lost that for ourselves there. With that, he's leapfrogged us in the championship as well. He's now first. Remy Gardner's second. We're third, but it's only by 4 points, which is a race win. If we can finally get back to getting another race win. Petronas team up at the first position in the team championship there by 10 points against the Sky Racing Team VR46, so that's quite good as we celebrate with our team at Parc Ferme. That was a hard race. Hard race, that was. Well fought, though. We were up there. We were leading the late race for a couple of laps, but Marco Bezzecchi got past us at La Chapelle with 3 laps to go. Managed to clear off a little bit, and then we made too many mistakes while trying to catch him back up again. Even with a rear tyre, we managed to cook the rear end, which seems to be a common theme. So we got the points for qualifying. We got all 7,300. That takes us to 148,500, which is quite good. Got the race credits, 11,700 of them. Tyre tests, we didn't do many tyre tests. Obviously, it was wet, so it was difficult for us to get lap times in. Oh, so we've got technical staff. What have we got? Replace telemetrist. Oh dear. Oh, they did have a good air rate. Let's reject that. We don't want that. What else have we got here? Engine -20, but frame +49. Wow. So what was he? He was +41. Well, that's why we've got the... Do we go for that? Don't know. I quite like the idea of it. And I wouldn't have said we're struggling with speed. It's mainly the tyre degradation, which is frame. We're gonna sign him. Elizabeth Young, B++. Let's just hope that they can help us out with our framework and try and increase that. Oh look, they're down to 1 week. Should we try and take off a couple of staff here, shall we? So what are we on? So if we try to take out him and him, what does that do to the... So it takes frame to 2 weeks. So let's put our frame person back in, shall we? Just because I don't really want that costing us another week. It was them, I think. Go with that, please. Yeah, so we just want to get them within a week, which would be good. So that's down to 9 weeks development for that one. Yeah, so we're third in the championship. Our next race is Mugello, and we should have our frame upgrades and our engine upgrades available for us to use, which is good. So we've got better reactivity. Oh, so we don't have any more. We don't have enough development points. Okay, so in that case, let's go for adding the frame guys into this, shall we? While we don't have enough resources points for that. Do we have enough resources points for engine? We do. Increased torque or fuel consumption. I don't think we have that much of a problem with speed, fuel consumption. We sometimes end up finishing the race with a little bit more. We just use too much of power mapping 3, I think, which just cooks our tyre. So let's just go with those 3 at the moment. Yes, please. Development and that. So that's got 8 weeks. We can't do any developments for the frames. We don't have enough. Yes, with that said, everybody, if you like these videos, please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss a video as it drops onto the channel. And I shall see you all in the next video.